And they can get helped by those traditional healers. Sadly, the supernatural power that these traditional healers are using is coming from the devil, not from God. But they have to pay for that. And when we minister to them, we don't expect them to give us any money or anything else. We're ministering out of love. And they take note of that as well. So Jesus said, freely give, freely receive. And many people who contacted me after the Little Light Studios, Christians from other denominations, they wanted to know how much I charged, because they had gone to people for healing, Christians, pastors, who wanted to be paid for their services. And many were surprised when I said, well, I don't charge anything. Jesus said, freely you have received, freely give. I'm grateful to be able to help them. So how do we know when demons are present? And I'm going to talk about two sides of this. One of them is the spiritual gift of discernment. And this is found in 1 Corinthians 12:10. And I'll read the whole verse, but we're going to focus on the red letters. To another, the working of miracles. To another, prophecy. To another, discerning of spirits. To another, diverse kinds of tongues. And to another, interpretation of tongues. So these are spiritual gifts that the Holy Spirit gives to believers. And one of those gifts is discerning of spirits. And that's knowing that spirits are present, and often knowing why they are present. It's a specific spiritual gift. And I want to talk about that gift a little bit, as I have experienced it myself and how it works, some of the positives and some of the negatives of having this gift. But clearly here we see that discerning of spirits is part of the work of Christ's people. But not everybody gets that gift, just like not everybody gets the gift of prophecy and not everybody gets the gift of tongues. But it's a gift that the Holy Spirit gives out. I want us to make a note here, though, that deliverance ministry is not listed as a spiritual gift. So casting out evil spirits is not actually listed as a spiritual gift. It's part of the work of a disciple. And all disciples may be called upon to be a part of that work. We can't say, well, I don't have the spiritual gift of casting out evil spirits, therefore I'm not going to be involved. This is part of the work that Christ gave to all disciples. And so we should not use the spiritual gifts as an excuse. Some people think casting out evil spirits is a spiritual gift, but it's not in the list that Paul gave us. And personally, I don't believe it is. As I said, I think everybody should be involved if they're called upon by the Holy Spirit. So my personal journey. Now, I put these slides up here primarily for my own use because my brain is not that smart to remember my whole presentation. So you can walk through with me as I do this. I want to talk about spiritual strongholds and how this gift of discernment has worked for me. And this began when I was 14 years of age. I'd say I became a Christian and a Seventh-day Adventist when I was 7.